Nossa, já foi? O bagulho nem espera, tá ligado? I kinda bored. Excellent connection, right? Right. Yes, I think that's it. I don't think I'm gonna have a lot. I have to look into. Man, just let us. I would do it without thinking way too hard about it. Because if I think way too hard about it, probably my problem is that I would. I would end up just like, when you not just do it, Because in the end of the day, what's bothering most of it is that I particularly want to do it, but it's hard to explain, right? Because I want to do it, but the thing is, I have to just do it. It doesn't need to be anything, I would say, magical, right? It kind of just needs to happen. And because of it, put this on multiplier. Yes, just put the second layer, multiply. Let's create a mask, a solid one. It is. No, it's rubber. It's good. This is good. Don't want to make it so painterly, right? Can even use black in here. Just to see if I like the silhouette. And it's kind of is one of those things, right? I just need to do it. I will be fair with you. I kind of dislike to be online because I would say, a shy person because of it. I just like to be on my own, I guess, most of the times. But, if no one sees it, what's the point of doing art? And I kind of need. Oh, yeah, there were things that I wanted to know. Just let me stop this, right? One thing that I really want to know is that if I start recording, I should start recording already. I didn't. And that's a problem. So, yeah. Because one thing that I noticed that is Portland can't. Let me just already. I really tempted to just make it straightforward, not adding a mask and all that kind of stuff. Just do it. I don't want it to be so much precise. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna just paint over it. But there's some nice of doing some solid color, right? I don't know. Maybe. The thing is that since I don't want to make a super complicated line art, probably it is the best thing. I just paint right straight for it, but I want to do it this way now just to see the result and be happy with it. Yes, something in this vein, but this is kind of complicated, the silhouette. So we should just shift. And yeah. It is this way. Just. And make it has a little bit of a more volume. Yeah, that's right. Bedingus. If I actually live stream for 2 hours, for me it's gonna be a win, because one thing that I cannot express how much I hate like being live, because I would say vulnerable in that regard, because I just want to do my things, So yeah, it's the famous "it is what it is," and that's come. I don't know if you like. That's the interesting part of it, right? People don't even watch time lapse. Why people watch someone's stream? It has to be something else for the content, right? Like imagine. It is I would say more of a, what the fuck was that? I saw on my perfect. Let me. I think I saw it red. No, I think it was my hair. I think just a little bit. Just panic. Imagine that it was a rat or something. Doing nice things. Yeah, I like it. Just. And I'm here wanted to listen to Rationalize. Let me see. Isso é pra você, cuzão. This is kind of boring, but it is one of the most important parts, just to you be able to add color without too much stress, right? Is this a bad? I'm gonna make something more. Because otherwise you just not painting properly. Of course I can just paint it right, and I'll probably will be more clean, I think, but normally not. This is good enough as it is. Nego drama entre o sucesso e a dinheiro. Cabelo crespo. Yeah. I just want to listen to rap songs. But no, I'm live streaming. I try to get the moolah, get people know my work. Ooh, was a nice stroke. Yes, this is nice. So, what we doing now? That is borderline important. I would add a light into it. So I will make it really aggressive. So it kinda is. Now we just defining some things. Maybe here? In the cast this channel, cut this. And we make that, you know. Cat shadow that doesn't exist. Like, this is a curly hair. It cat shadows kind of differently. It's kind of more free. You know? Yes. Something in this way. But the thing is, since I want to make a little warmer, I don't think I want to be this. This is just to situate myself on the light thing. Probably gonna make it a little darker, just to, no, more darker. Just pick this color and light it up a little. So we have fill light. This is not a good fill light. This is a better fill light. And yeah. But in the end, what we gonna do this? Oh, important thing that I forgot. Dude, that was like, yes. One thing that I hate is that when you draw and if there's a spacing of the brush, if you're trying to do something bigger, you kind of can see its spacing and don't like it. But I always change it. I'll always forget to save, right? Because I end up leaving the original. So we got this. We're just gonna change it on level. Since the person has a real light color, so just, you know, make the colors more close to one another. Yes. And we gonna add a gradient map. The problem is that this is a full on light. Yes. And this could be a little more darker. Now we add the colors. I could just already choose it, right? So, but the light. I want the light be blue, right? But since it's a little grayish, and this color is the value of the skin. The problem is that the mid colors, like this, it has to be a little, because the person is. I'm gonna add this color just. I just ain't gonna do it anything. How can I delete just this? Yes, delete it. Now we just merge down. This color is nice, so we have a light color. And what we're gonna do, just Now we're gonna add the color of the real deal. Just go and add it directly. Let me just. Oh, the problem is that. Don't wanna just. Now my computer is giving up on me. So at least it has a color, right? More lighted. I think I got it. The right color right from the beginning. I think. And this we just. Yes. Not that saturated, just. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. And we just gonna add some shadow, I guess. Saturation, not saturation. It is luminosity. Just a little bit. Nothing too fancy. Oh, I just forgot to do adding a lot of color, right? Color. I don't use a lot of layers. This is a whole layer. I like to, you change the blending mode on the brush instead of adding on layers. Because I believe it's somewhat nicer. And we just like a darker color. And we have to change the luminosity of this. Make it a little darker. Yes. Clean up this thing is gonna be a mess, but yes. We are here for it. Oh, it's luminosity, it's not color. But it has to be a little darker. A little darker. It has to be a lot darker. And this is gonna be somewhat white. We add the somewhat fill color, just a color inside of it. I think it's just now gonna add a little bit more normal. And this is gonna be more desaturated because it is a shadow, right? And this, it doesn't here, it is here, and goes around. It's different. I don't think I like this, but it is what it is. Color. And these middle straps are gonna, I think, gonna make a warm color because it's gonna be nice to add a little color to it. This, a blue as well. Yeah, this is nice. And I'm gonna dodge the color with the reddish thing. But in the end, it's gonna be a little bit yellow, but this I think I'm gonna make it a black. And a jewel on the big parts. Yeah, I think we got it. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Simple color. I can add. What I'm gonna do now? Probably. I just think I'm gonna. What I usually would do is I would just go over it, and I think I'm gonna make this a silver thing. Yes, that's good. Usually I would just add a new layer and already draw over it because I got every single color that I wanted to. So that's what I'm gonna do. I would not overthink it because there's no point overthinking it. So yeah, it does make it happen, and afterwards add actual the line work. So, or add it already so we can hold a little time. And these we just. I think I'm gonna make it black. Yeah, it has some darkness into it. That's really cool. Some more. Thingy. This color can be saturated and become a little more darker. This eyes are nicer to read. Can even be this a little bit. No. I think the saturated. Oh, I think I'm gonna just use the colors right on top of it. Don't, you know, you don't need to make a lot. It's already good, you know. The hair is gonna be the last thing that I'm gonna do because there is no necessity. Do I want to? Yes, I suppose. So instead of this, I just use the actual color of the shadow here. Desaturated this because eyes don't. Either the eyes don't usually have saturation. They usually. Yes. Now we has to be dark. Let me look into the person that is based on a little. If I accept, even though it is just a more light version of it, I always have to look at like. It's kind of small, right? Alright, it's kind of small. Yes. Yeah, that's nice. She doesn't have like this shadow is already indicated higher up with. We don't need to do a lot. And the cool thing, I just like this is the what? Where is the yes? This is the line work. I just make a mask and paint it on the things that I don't want. Paint off. You know, some of the darks that I don't want. And we can make a really easy clean without doing a lot of work. I think this is even worth it to add a little light here. This can be saturated like this one. And now I'm gonna use the color mode so I don't bullshit it around. Yes. No, I just making a little mistake. That's what we can. Yeah, I like this little mouth. Don't you worry, when I add the lines, it would do makes a lot of sense. And we'll just look the other one that I did. Where it is? It's here. No. Where's another one? Did I delete it? No, it's on top. Yeah. Make a little different. But like yeah, this is really cool. And in those color for this, I can just add a lot of red saturated. Dude, it's okay, but it was too much. Ah man, I need to do some makeup on this. This girl needs some makeup. And I just gonna not gonna use a color screen. Dodge linear. I don't know. Lighten. No, it's the best thing. I usually use a soft light. First. Gonna add a multiplier of this to make that. And we'll not add multiply here. Just dodge. No dodge. Yes, dodge. Yeah, it just become white. Overlay. Yes, overlay. It didn't good. Multiply because I had to add multiply because I had it on. Any. Oh, basically it has no value. That's why I have a difficulty to actually make it work the way that I wanted to. Alas. Now it just become dirty. I didn't like it. It's good enough. Normal. And the trick to just finish this kind of stuff is just add some eyelashes. You don't need to overdo an eyelashes. Enough so you register, and I just gonna now add actual true lines. So if I make this, if I add a white, now it's way too the painting here. The painting feeling already is already good, I guess. You know when you almost looks like if you add something, it's kind of become worse. And we're dealing with exactly that. Is whatever I change it, it makes it worse. So it definitely is the way it's supposed to be. But sometimes maybe it's just not. No, it's okay this way. No, I mean I want to. Now I have we come to this problem. What I want to make it do a really painterly feeling like, or something more cartoony. I want to make something more cartoony. Let me see. If I accept this. No, fine. The way it is. I don't know, man. No, the problem is that the proportions are cartoony. I can't make painterly, right? I did it because I will zoom out. That's the problem. You can't be so zoom out, people. You borderline can't. Otherwise, we'll do exactly this mistake that I did. But now I can make it. I will need to make sure. Yes. And we just hide this part with this color. Nah. Still not likey. I still don't like it. Did motherfucker do it? Maybe if I just erase this. Let me see. Yes, let's just erase part of it. And presume that this is... Yeah, it's kind of grayish. It's gonna be this. Dude, it's like I don't find it the one that I want. Truly have a difficulty with it. Yeah, the person that is based on has a really strong, like this. It has this. I would not say shade, but it is a fold inside the art. So, yeah. And this needs to be at least a little bit more colorful. Oh my god, what I just clicked a bad color. Yeah, this is nice. And I add a real like shining thing here. And it's good. It holds. Somewhat holds. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, it kind of does. It fulfilled the thing that I wanted. And we need to add a darker color there. Nice, nice. And now this has to be a saturated color and not just gray. I made some just a mess. And with darken, I got. Now the line works. The thing is that not supposed to be. It has to be this line, this dark. So it does fit like a liner, like nicely, more nicely. Nice. I like really nice to. I really like to draw this part way more saturated. I can make this use this color. And re-add some darkness into it. These folds here, I need a darker color. Multiply. Interesting folds all around. Well, the one thing that I hate about the multiply color is that that's why I normally use darken, because it continues to add. It's not just a color, right? I want this color. If it's already dark, they continue adding, and that's kind of frustrating. Kind of roundy. Oh my god, my throat's kind of hurt, man. Do I want to make it blue? I'm already doing it. Nah, it's way too blue. Blue on blue, it's kind of a lot. But I can make it yellowish. And add some reds. And this color, I can just, you know. Some shines. And some darks, some occlusion shadows. And we got something interesting, I think. Kind of opaque. I don't like it. And dude, I just kind of become messing with this, right? It's kind of going nowhere, unfortunately. Dude, I basically didn't do anything useful right now, and it's already an hour. God damn it. Hour live stream, and I basically didn't do anything useful. I think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna stop recording. Alright. So least. Dude. No. cannot be this dark, oh my god. Nice and somber elements. Problem is that I really did make this. Now, the thing that really can change is the eyebrows. Man, I did a good job though. It's just lighting the light here. Let's pray more close. I think that's good for the face. Oh my god. I already kind of somewhat lazy about it. Just to think about that I need to do for the whole thing. But we just press on. Eventually, if we keep adding, we finish it. Mm-hmm. Nice, nice. The elements of Sailor Moonish are now kind of showing. Kinda. Let me just clean this. It's gonna be a mess if I don't later. This part, the most important is, I think, is actually doing a nice job with the hair. Because doing a nice job with the hair, we're gonna save us a lot of trouble. A lot of it. I'm gonna make it with my chalky brush, so it has the curls. Right? Look at this. Look at this lag. I really like drawing curls because you can be really abstracted and it just feels right. You know? I really like this. Yes, queen! The One Piece is real! Oh, yeah. And then you just decided what's the most important line, you know? What's supposed to be on top. Just like, so like this, it's just kind of one key. And you break the silhouette, and we go then. See? Nice. Now, why I don't clean every single thing? Because these already generate a little bit of detail, right? So, oh my god, I just need to make. No. Nope. It's to outside, inside. So you can create something? No, I cannot be so abstract because I draw this here. So yeah. I can be more abstract. There I define it. I don't here. Just gonna make it as I'm feeling, right? So at least. Ooh, that's interesting. I can make the phases of the moon stuff. All that kind of line. Full of gemstones. That's interesting, but people will not understand it. Yes. Just forget about it. And pick up the coolest thing is just multiply, pick up that color, just ham it. As a shine, different shine. A golden color to simulate the sky, reflection of the sky. And you just, I think, lighten the screen. Hard light. And I have a texture brush that I really like to use it just for this. It's the only texture brush that I borderline use it because I really hate changing brushes to do a lot of things. I just want to do with the brushes that I have, you know, because it's kind of annoying. Yes, that's good. Yes. Still a lot of cleanup. I think this is gonna have a lot of nice addition if I just use a normal color and actually scribble a little bit on it. But just a little, just to define its shape. And I just continue doing more, just following the shapes, just trying to find interesting forms and shapes on top of it. So I think I'm gonna do a little break here. Go to sleep, I guess. Because I fucking tired. So see you around. I'm gonna stop the recording. And yeah, peace out, I guess.